when they do the buying. So we have 4 processes here. Okay, the first process is called the buyer requirements. Every buyer has some requirements, right? So before the buyer comes to see you or find you and ask you for the samples, as I said before, the buyer is always looking for the trend. Is the market going like this or the market going like that? He's going to look also at the product idea, because the buyer cannot buy the same product over and over, otherwise there will be a price war. Okay, so he's going to think about the product idea, if he's going to use his own design or style and give it to you only to produce. And then once he's going to have the idea, what he's going to do is he's going to do the product development. Okay, so he's going to work with the designers, with the engineer, and make a prototype. After that, he's going to look at the sales forecast. He's going to say, okay, I have this product, how much or how many pieces I can sell. And he's going to also look at his stock, because of course he has to liquidate the stock. He cannot only keep buying. And based on that, he will be able to decide, and I show you after, he's going to decide about how much to buy and what to buy. Okay, and this is something I'm going to give you more details in the next slides. The other thing is called the supplier sources. So once he has the idea, he's going to find the suppliers, and I'm going to show you how he's going to go through this process of finding the suppliers. Okay, and once you find the suppliers, what will be the next step? Okay, and once you do the production, again, what will be then we're gonna have the process here, which is called the production and shipments. I think most of you know all this process, but here I want to give you some small details, so you will be able to know really you have to really go into details, because those 4 steps, I'm sure you know them, but I'm going to give you more details about this. Okay, so we're going to be discussing about the first process, which is the buyer requirements. Again, trend analysis, it means I'm predicting the future. I want to find something before my competitor, so I'm always looking for products. Product idea, based on the trend, I will be able to get the product idea, make the samples, make the prototype, look at my sales prediction. Maybe I need 1 million, maybe I need 1 containers. This is about how do I think the market is going to react to my product and price. And then again, looking at the inventory, this is actually very easy, everybody know it. The sales forecast is 10,000, my stock now is 2,000, so I have to order 8,000 pieces. This is very easy, I think everybody know it. Now, supplier sourcing. Okay, now I have the product idea, I have to find a supplier. So again, the first thing that the buyer is going to do is he's going to go with his existing supplier. He's going to go with his existing, because why for him, why does he have to change? It's very risky. If he has been working with someone for a long time, why to change, right? Probably he's going to look at those business cards of people that he met at a trade show. Okay, if not, what he's going to do is probably he's going to go to do the search online. Again, all those platforms like Alibaba, Made in China, Global Sources, all those B2B platform, yes, he can go there, but the problem is everybody looks the same and it's overcrowded. Okay, probably he can also use social media, as I said before. Okay, but now according to some statistics, 75% of the B2B buyers are actually using social media to find suppliers. I mean 75%. Are you guys on social media yet? Okay, if not, you guys are very late. Okay, social media is not something new. Social media is something that I used in 2006, already 11 years. Okay, you also have Google and others. So all the information, the problem is all the information that the suppliers give us as a buyer is always the best scenario. Okay, Chinese suppliers, through my experience, they always overpromise. No problem, this is good, we are the best, right? And that's really create a lot of bad experiences for the client. Okay, and this is something that I'm going to teach you in my next class, is about how to sell and how to engage in a good conversation. So let's say those people, they went to their database or they went to the online search. After that, what they're going to do is probably they're going to ask you for a sample or ask you for a quotation, right? So probably they're going to contact 3, 4, 5, they're going to ask for quotations, right? After that, what they're gonna do is they're gonna compare. Again, if you are using Alibaba or something like this, they're gonna compare. Price is only one factor, but they're also gonna look at your information, who you are, how do you describe yourself, what is your capacity, what is your market experience. I mean, market experience is very important. I mean, someone who's working with India, it means he has very good prices. So maybe all the Indians will be willing to work with him. If you are working with Europe, it means you know the standard quality of Europe. Okay, and probably they also need certification. So again, if you use B2B platform, most of the buyers, they're gonna do something like this. Okay, or if you have a website or something like this. But the problem here is the B2B platform, they are not really, they all look the same. That's the problem. They all look the same. Everybody is all only product. And the reason is most of those platforms, they don't give you the option to do more marketing. So what I want to show you is, once they ask you for quotations, they're gonna compare. Okay, they're gonna look at your information. And again, the question is how to impress a potential client. If the client goes to the B2B platform, I mean, he doesn't have too many choices because everybody looks the same. Unless if you work a little bit on design. If you go to Facebook, many people are still not using Facebook, and everybody is only focusing on product promotion. You know, there's not too much marketing. If you look at the website, it's always the same thing. So the problem, the fact now, really the fact in China, and most of my colleagues and friends, they are telling me that everybody is looking the same. You know, sometimes I go to the trade show, everybody's looking the same. There is no much marketing, there is no something that is gonna, you know, of course there are some very good companies, of course, but the majority, they're not gonna catch your eyes. So I think that the market is product polluted. It means, yes, there is a market of Chinese suppliers, but the only problem is product polluted. It's too many products, too much of everything, too many suppliers, too many products, too many colors, too many prices. And everybody is saying, yes, we can, no problem, just give us the order. You know, and the question is, how to impress them? And it's always the same song. If you look at their catalog, if you look at their website, we are Guangzhou Export Import Limited, blah blah blah. We are Shenzhen Export Import, you know. Why? Because there is no marketing. When I say the market is crowded, is everybody is looking the same. If everybody is looking the same, how can people find you? How you can impress them? You are not doing enough efforts, you know, to attract them, because everybody is doing the same thing. That's why you have to learn about the art of marketing, design, website, APPs, you know, use, you know, even in social media. I mean, social media, everybody is doing the same, only product. So there is something that probably I can teach you in the future. It's about how to promote, how to market yourself. Okay? So again, you have to ask yourself, what will your company bring to me? What is your value? Okay? And that's the problem of many suppliers today. Many suppliers are telling me, I go to the trade show, it's not working. I do Alibaba, it's not working. Yeah, but you don't promote yourself in the correct way. You are just selling. Okay? So again, what I want to say is, first marketing, then sales. You know, even the way that you should look, you should always look professional. Sometimes I go to trade show, I mean, I look at some booth, they are not very professional. The other problem is also you have to really improve your English. There has so much misunderstanding, you know. I used to work with some suppliers, trust me, always a lot of mistakes because the lack of business communication. The other question is how to engage and win the clients. Many people are not engaging, they don't ask questions to understand what is the client looking for, what his objective, what does he want to do. They are only promoting and selling, okay? They don't work on their website, on their catalog, they don't make their LinkedIn perfect. I mean, LinkedIn is an art. The booth at the trade show, they don't work at the design. They don't look professional. There is no customer service, right? Personality is also very important. I mean, if you want to do sales, you really have to be very friendly, approachable. People will want to work with you if you are very friendly. Okay? The body language, sometimes you should use the body language, eye contact, and this is something I'm going to show you in the future. Okay? And the most important is you have to focus, and you have to know what kind of clients you can work with. I see many suppliers that just want to work with all type of clients. Look at your capacity, look at your experience, and ask yourself, can I work with this or this or this? You know, sometimes I see a lot of people, they go trade show, they get 100 business cards, they are very happy. But they are not able to ask the questions, ask them, and to make sure if this client is good for me or not. Okay? So again, marketing is extremely important. I always believe that first marketing, then sales. So coming back to what I was saying here, when the client asks for a quotation, and they will also ask for your information. But the question is, they are not only asking you, they are asking maybe 2 and 3 or 4. And the question is, how can you stand, or how can you be different from the others? And this is something that you really have to think about it. And the power of marketing, trust me, it's gonna do so many things. If you are able to market yourself, working on design, good content, the buyer will think that you are much better than the others. So again, just looking at the statistics, right? I mean, the big corporations, why they become big corporations? I mean, you know, the Western companies like companies in like Korea, Japan, Europe and USA, they are very, very good at marketing. Extremely good at marketing. Chinese suppliers, they only focus on sales and focus on production. But to build a brand, I mean, if you look at Walmart, if Walmart was a country, it's going to be the 10th largest economy in the world. Everybody knows Walmart. Okay. Again, the biggest corporations, in the world, they have some Chinese companies, but now China is also changing. So there is a new trend in China is also branding. For example, if you ask, for example, if you look at the second and the third and the fourth biggest companies in the world are Chinese. But if you ask anyone in the world, they don't even know who are those companies, because these companies only focus on Chinese market and they don't do global branding. But everybody knows Exxon, Volkswagen, Apple, and so on. Okay? Again, this is a very interesting, this is something I just want to, show you, because if you look at 2016, those actually are really the biggest companies in the world in terms of value. But if you look at the biggest brands, the brands that people know the most, right? Of course, you have those Apple, Google, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Toyota, because of the power of branding. They are not probably the biggest in the world, but they are the most recognized because of branding. China is changing step by step, but what I want to tell you here is branding is very important. Power of the image. When people think about you, even you should brand yourself. When people think about you, what comes to their mind? Professional, friendly, good service, So the power of image is very important. Okay, communication is how you communicate. The vision, merchandising, how you take the product and you introduce them. A product is not, hi, this is my product. No, it's how you introduce the product, how you promote, what is your solution, how is your product going to help them for their job or their business. That's what's called merchandising. The logo, when they look at your logo, they're going to remember you. So this is something, ladies and gentlemen, you have to remember, because when the client, they go to the trade show or they use the online, they're not going to only focus on you, they're going to focus on 4 or 5 companies. And the question is, how can you be the winner? Is by marketing. Okay? So, I show you that the client, they're going to ask for information, they're going to ask for the prices, they're going to look at your information, and then maybe they're going to choose the best matches suppliers. Of course, the price is not always the factor. Then they're going to select, they ask maybe 8, 7, and now they're going to ask 1 or 2 or 3 suppliers for a sample. Okay? So they're gonna look at the sample because they want to check the quality. They want to have a look at the product. They want to touch it. They want to get more information with your catalogs and you know, and so on. So you know, since I also did sourcing, and I'm actually still doing sourcing, one of the way that I make the sample, I don't only take a sample, put it on DHL and send it. You have to know how to make a very nice package that looks very professional. Number one, what I do is, for example, this is called a safety vest. I take the product, I make a sample tag. Sample tag, it comes with the product reference number, composition, the price, and maybe more specifications. And then I'm gonna call it, it's a PP sample, or it's a final sample, or so on. Maybe I'm gonna also put the label here. You know, it comes with all those technical information. If I can, probably I'm gonna put the potential client name. He's gonna really appreciate it. I'm gonna also, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the catalog with the sample. But the best thing is, what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna make a quotation sheet here. It comes with the address, it comes with all those technical informations, FOB, minimum quantity, as well as the price, and I'm gonna add my business cards on it. So this one I think is really professional. To be honest, I think it's extremely professional. The client, once he's gonna open, he's gonna say, wow, he's gonna see and he's gonna feel that this company